You see your dad, a little image of your dad appears, setting up a crystal. Goes, you see that a little version of you in the background in the apartment climbs up on a sofa with a little magnifying glass. Your mom comes in and says, Riz, get off the couch. There's nothing back there. Well, there's something back there. One of your blocks went back here. How did you find that? And she takes you off to the room. Your dad looks over and says, okay, this is Pok Gukgak recording. It is August 31st, about to head out on a dangerous mission. Bud, I see a little 9-year-old you in the back running around. Bud, you're 9 years old right now. I've already said goodbye to you, but I don't think you really know how dangerous this is, and I don't really want to tell you. God, I had a whole thing prepared, and now it feels kind of stupid. Kiddo, there's a lot that I want to be around to be able to tell you. The world's a hard place for goblins. We're small. People look at us and see an image of a certain kind of creature. Something that is wicked and disposable, threatening, but also kind of a joke. It's the worst of all worlds. It's not really fair, but you have a ton of work ahead of you that in a more just world you wouldn't have to do. Knowing how hard a road you have ahead of you, I want to say this. I'm not worried about you at all. I got nothing but hopes for you, kid. And hopefully you'll never have to see this. The clues are always out there. And the one thing nobody's counting on is that you'll never give up. When you're smaller than everything else in the world, the one thing that you can have bigger than everybody is will and grit. And that's you, kiddo. Love you, pal.
Love you, Dad.
Riz,
Yeah, one of them.
you look at the pit fiend, who is flanked by two barbed devils, henchmen. Pit fiend looks down, splashes acid onto Pok's face. He's in the chair, looking forward.
Damned soul, confess your sins. This is what you must do.
Pok looks up. I killed people. I lied. I hurt people. I did what I had to do. I did my job. I don't have anything to apologize for. You see, the pit fiend says,
That's not how it works here, Goblin. Is there nothing you regret?
Pok looks up, swollen eye, he goes, I don't regret anything.
You don't regret anything? There is nothing you miss in the world of mortals.
Pok goes, I missed the job. I missed the hunt. I miss the mission. Pit fiend goes,
There is nothing else you miss. Nothing you regret not having seen.
see, Pok looks up and says, Pok looks confused. He goes, what else would I miss? You see the pit fiend goes,
Your friends, your family.
Pok goes, is that why I'm here? Did I not treat them right? He goes,
Did you regret dying? Do you regret not seeing the life of your son?
Give me an insight check with disadvantage.
Um, 13.
You see, Pok looks up and goes, I don't miss. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You get married, you have a kid. It's what you do. Makes me a fucking monster. That I don't give a shit. Does it make me a fucking monster that, I don't know, wife constantly nagging at you, be a better father, be around more? He's a kid. She wanted one. The fuck do you want me to say? Fuck off. I did what I had to do. You see a goblinoid frenzy comes over Pok's face. You see Pit Fiend smiles and goes,
This one has promise. Do not create a lemure from this soul. We will keep this one as is.
the Pit Fiend turns around. The barbed devils both lacerate Pok with these barbed whips. He like goes unconscious, collapses. And he goes, why am I here? Blood. Why am I here? You see the Pit Fiend and the barbed devils leave the room. The Pit Fiend goes,
Seacaster's about. We need more of the ninth wind here.
and they leave the room and close the door behind them.
I am going to Misty step into the room.
Hell yeah.
And I guess I'll go up to my dad who's unconscious. And I guess can I have myself roll like a wisdom save or something? Because I feel I'm thinking he might be under some spell or acting strangely, but I think I want to wake him up. That's a nat 20, so I will, I think I go to try to wake him up, and then I just feel super conflicted about everything I just heard, and then I want to grab the briefcase of holding and scoop him up in it.
As you go to open the briefcase, the door opens behind you, and the two barbed devils are both right there. See you. You see all of, you didn't hear them approaching. You're conflicted. Like, your dad, when you were a kid, never was fucking around, He was gone. And the image you had of him, of course you would like sanctify someone that was never there and that your mom always spoke glowingly of. You go for your briefcase. The two barbed devils are behind you. What does Riz do?
I still try to scoop him up.
The devils are going to attempt to stop that. I'm going to need athletics checks from
Can
Riz.
we do acrobatics?
You can do it to escape the grapple, but not as they're attempting to grapple you.
Okay.
So you got to be a 21.
Are they big?
I literally
Don't you have
can't.
something that you can be tiny around?
That I can
is that a
move into people's spaces, but if it's athletics, I mean, unless I get an
Did
automatic.
you smother yourself in oil before we came on this mission?
That's an actual nat 1.
Oh, shit. One of them comes up, grabs the other side of the briefcase, stopping you. Another one grabs you. You enter the restrained condition. Does Riz... That's their turn. It's Riz's turn again. What do you do?
I keep trying to scoop him up.
Okay. You go to scoop him up. As you do so, give me a perception check.
I think I don't make perception. What do I make with steady eye?
Investigation.
Okay, so that is an 8.
You're grabbing the thing here. As you are grabbing it, you feel your gun is gone. Both devils' heads are blown off. Your dad is standing in front of the chair with his gun that he picked off of your body. You see, he goes, "This is Gukgak, I need an extraction." A halo appears behind his head. He grabs you and says, "Kid, I can't believe you made it here." A beam of celestial light smashes
You're an
through the
undercover angel?
You got it, kid. You feel completely weightless. Translucent, pearly light surrounds you, and you feel wind in your hair, like you are shooting up. But you look around you, hell is gone. You look out into endless vastness and see in the distance of the darkness other beams of light and other things being rescued from all over the multiverse and shooting up. You are wrapped in your dad's arms. He is holding you so tight.
Angel.
He's holding you so tight. And give me an insight check.
Should be natural 1. He's mad at me.
If your dad lets go of you, you'll fly off of here and die. You see, he's like holding you so tight, and you're like, "Oh, danger! There's danger!" You think that your dad is maybe losing his grip on you.
Hold him tighter.
He holds you tighter as well, and you see that he begins to let go of you. God damn it!
Wow!
It just seems like a problem you would have
It's
fixed
Mom.
by now.
That's an angel.
You see that your dad begins to, it feels like he's beginning to let go of you.
Oh, easy.
Kid,
Yeah?
it's okay. You're nat 1. Your dad was not holding you tight because he was afraid of dropping you. He was holding you tight because he can't believe he's with you again.
Right, yeah.
He holds you off. You are arm's length apart as he holds your shoulder. You see tears at the corner of his eyes float off and fly up into the beam above him as he just smiles with this look of disbelief, studying every inch of your face.
I got a lot of tattoos.
Mom's gonna be pissed.
She's gonna be so mad at me.
You see this incredible like mosaic halo behind his head. It's not like the little angel circle. It's like those saints things where it appears like a circle sort of behind him. You see that a little mote of light appears in his ear. And you see that he puts the thing up for a second. As he does so, you see that the little noise coming in over it comes out and says, coming in, Gukgak, we got you on the distraction. Are we clocking another body there with you? You see he puts his finger up and says, "Yep, I have an interplanar prime material, good aligned," winks at you, possible CI. You see the voice comes over his thing saying, "Registering that." Holy moly, Gukgak, is that? And you see he goes, "It's my son." You see he brings you in close, gives you a kiss on the head. You see that he takes your hat off just so that he can muss your hair up. You see he says, "How the hell did you find me?"
It's complicated. Are you okay? How long were you in hell for?
I've been better.
Yeah.
I've been better.
God.
He says, honestly though, maybe I haven't been. He looks at you and he goes, he sort of is like crying disbelief. You see, he looks and says, what were you doing in hell?
My friend was called to court because her dad is a devil, and it's a spring break thing. It's a spring break thing.
You see, he says, spring break. Okay, I think I got it.
But yeah, I kind of didn't want to bring down the mood right away, but the reason I know where you are is because the shadow cat, Kalina, told me.
He looks at you. You appear in this blast of light, and as you appear, there's a flash of light, and for a moment you can't see your father. And as he walks out of the light with you, you see he's wearing a nice, like, dark suit, a tie. He's like clean again. He's got a little bit of scruff, but he's got his thin mustache. He walks out of the light with you, and you know that way where if like a flash goes off, like vision starts to return at like the darkest colors you can see and blurry shapes, and it starts to sort of come out of the light. You are standing on a grassy hill in a landscape dotted with a babbling little stream. There's a tree, and you see that on top of the hill there is a gravestone. And you see that the little gravestone up there is a little bit morbid at first, until you see that there is a little chair next to it, an old mug of what looks like coffee, a little rolled up newspaper, and you see it's on the back side of it, and on the other side it says Pok Gukgak next to it.
Huh. You just like hang out at your grave?
Whenever you come to talk to me, I can hear you from this side.
Oh, shut up.
God damn it, Brennan.
What the hell, dude? I missed you, Dad.
He gives you a huge hug. My guy, well, I gotta show you the place.
Yeah,
Look at my.
Please, we're in heaven. I feel like this is what not having anxiety is like. This is crazy. My heart is just beating like what I would assume a normal person's heart beats.
No, kid, it's great here. Look, let me introduce you to the gang.
There's a gang.
He takes you over the hillside by a babbling brook. There's a huge, big tree. One of those trees that is very tall, but is almost like twice as wide in its canopy as it is tall. There's like a lot of shade from it. There's a tire swing over a little cute river. There's a dock with some boats, and you see in this beautiful meadow with like kind of butterflies going from like place to place. You see that there is a bunch of rowboats, and there's also a collection of about 12 desks and a copy machine over in a corner and like a little coffee break room kind of place. You see that it looks like someone just brought the furniture of an office out into like the most beautiful streamside field in the world. It's like a very bright day, just the right temperature. It's like warm without being too warm, and a cool breeze without being too cool. You look out at this place and see other little paths leading off to other hills and a little path through a forest somewhere. And you see that at the various desks, there's like a little receptionist desk at the front of this little just patch in the middle of this beautiful field. And you see that there is a Knoll woman who is wearing like a little blazer pantsuit, talking to this huge minotaur in like a button-up shirt with like a pocket protector and glasses, who's speaking to her. You see that a lot of them have like some badges hanging out of the front of their thing. It's just like a little heavenly like
Secret agents
office.
God Squad.
God Squad. You start to walk up, and you see people look up. You see the Minotaur looks up at first. This big, shaggy red Minotaur sees Pok approaching with you. Goes, Gukgak, who do we have here, man? And you see it says, this is my son Riz. You see that they go. The Knoll and the Minotaur both cover their mouths for a second and go, oh.
No, I'm not dead. I'm not dead, right, Dad?
You're not dead.
Okay, good.
And
I'm not dead.
They say, oh,
You see, he says, "Oh man, the kid went interplanar. How about that?" And in sophomore year, you see that your dad looks and says, I know everything about freshman year and all the adventures that I've told the whole gang. I kind of, you see there's a empty desk near here as people come over and start clapping you on the back. A lot of people are like kobolds and Sahuagin and various like kind of classically monstrous races.
Right.
You see that they start to come over, pat you on the back, say hello. You see a little plaque up on the reception desk here that says, the Lower Planar Reconnaissance Task Force. And you see on your dad's desk, there is a photo of you and your mom. You see that he walks over with you, and you see also a little like pen holder that says "Number 1 Dad" on it. There is a plaque and a mug here. You see he points over to you and says, you know, end of last year, they awarded me this. And you see that there's a little polished plaque on the desk that says, on behalf of the Association for Divine Wrath, please accept this memorial that your death at the hands of, engraved specially, Emperor of the Red Waste, was avenged by, engraved, your son, Riz Gukgak.
I started to eat him like a goblin, but then they turned him into a boat.
I remember, you told me, I remember. He also has a little mug on the thing. He says, they give you a mug too when you win this. And you see that the mug says, don't even talk to me until my death's avenged.
Got it. We don't have to talk about sex anymore, Dad.
If you have any
I
questions,
actively don't want to talk about it.
the last time I was able to talk to you, you were 9 years old. You've grown up a lot, kiddo. I really miss you.
I missed you too, Dad. And I'm...
You can. This is okay to talk for a father and a son. I missed all of puberty, maybe not all, but I missed a lot of it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't... It just isn't happening yet. Like, not even just the act is not happening yet. Like, me wanting to do it.
It's not happening.
It's not happening yet. And my friends are all like, super horny.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Well, kiddo, if it never happens, that's also okay. There's a lot to life to enjoy, and I already know that you matter a lot to your friends and a lot to your family. So, you know, if you never end up having those desires, that's completely okay, bud. And
You're killing me in this episode.
you see, he says, but it's also okay if it doesn't happen for years, you know, that's also fine. You're your own person. It's going to happen in your own time or not. And either way is a-okay, bud. I won't lie, you know, I know that me and your mom would love to see some grandkids, but that has nothing to do with procreation. That can happen a lot of other ways.
Right. Selfish,
I know, but would love that Gukgak name to continue. Got to have another little young one scrambling around looking for blocks under the sofa. You see, he looks at you and says, I also want to show you this. He opens up his desk, says, this is my senior year yearbook photo. And he holds up a photo. Your dad is in a short sleeve plaid shirt with wavy hair in a middle part, huge braces all over his teeth, making a face like triple chin, snag look back.
Riz with zero self-awareness. Dad, you're a dork.
Snatches it back. I know what I was, all right? Look, the Gukgaks bloom if and when they bloom, and that's fine. And if you're like your old man, you will bloom in junior year of college. But but after that,
Right.
if I haven't already made it clear,
I mean-
we were off to the races.
Yes.
I don't mean to make you uncomfortable.
No, this is amazing. You're everything I could have ever wanted you to be. You're in heaven and you choose to leave to do your job. It's beautiful.
I love you so much, kid.
I love you, Dad.
You know, there's something I always think about, which is that I didn't get all the years with you that I wanted, and I didn't get the years with you that I would have wanted to give you and your mom. And my old man said something to me when I was a youngster, and I'll pass it on to you, which is, you know, people show love in different ways. They hug, they kiss, they say sweet things to each other, and I didn't have a close relationship with my dad. He was a very distant guy. You know, he was first generation in Solace. His parents were goblins out in the mountains of chaos, and I didn't get along with him. He was always off working. You know, he was a beat cop in Bastion City. He was gone all the time. Didn't have many kind words to say. And I remember when I was an adult, I found this locket when he was an older guy, and it had a picture of me and your aunts and your uncle in it, and he just, when he was older and he was sick, he told me that he loved me, and he said it was hard for him to say it with words, but he never had a hard time saying it with actions. And every time he walked in that street to bring home a little bit of cash for us, keep us fed and keep a roof over our head. And when I went out on those missions, I thought about the same thing a lot. Work is an act of love. And just because you're a little anxious, you get a little flop sweat, I know, and I think your mom knows, and I think your friends know, that you staying up with your boards at night trying to crack the case, you don't do that because you don't care about people. That's you saying I love you to the people that matter to you most.
Thanks, Dad.
Gives you a kiss on the head. Your dad looks over and says, "You're gonna love isosceles." You see that a weird, bizarre, you know, like in the Bible when they describe angels as being just like completely inhuman, like fractal images that kind of can't be beheld by mortals. This little thing appears, it's like sort of spinning fractal of energy. And you see it says, "Agent Gukgak, my goodness, I thought you were deep undercover." And you see your dad says, "Well, you know what happens with the best of them? Looks like I'm back up top for a spell. This is my son, Riz Gukgak." You see it says, "Oh, Mr. Gukgak, hello, I'm Isosceles. What are we doing here?" And he says, "Well, my son is going to be doing some covert espionage work for us in the prime material, and we're looking to get him decked out, make sure that he's not going in less than fully loaded." You see Isosceles goes, "Ah!" And these just shelves, sort of like Matrix style, shoot out of infinity and become covered with all these like gleaming relics. And you see that your dad starts walking you through and starts outfitting you with a bunch of gear.
Okay.
Riz is so
Riz.
Yes. You see, he says, "Okay, take this first of all." Takes out a set of little like dull gold bullets in a black clip. You see there are like net bullets. There's like trank darts. There's a grappling gun, a fixture for your arquebus. You see that he takes you over. And says, "Wow, we're gonna give you the big three that we start our agents off with here. this is an Arcadian watch. It just looks like a completely normal wristwatch, but it allows you to potentially lockpick even magical locks. It gives you advantage on tool checks to escape being bound. It has like a little saw that comes out of it. And it also, there's a button on the side that allows you to shoot out a laser that does 1d4 radiant damage.
Woman's got a laser.
A little laser comes out of your watch.
Okay.
I've never seen Murph happier.
Yeah, Riz was welling up before. Now he's crying.
He says, "We're also going to." You see that Isosceles moves over somewhere and says, "Let's get the kid decked out with a seraphim vest and a Grigori tie." You see that they give you it's like a charcoal black front. But you know how a lot of vests will have like the silk gold back to them? It has like a little gold back. On the inside of the gold back, there's a faint outline of wings. And you see that this can grant a temporary fly speed of 40, but there's no ascending, so it's like a wingsuit. You can like descend gradually, so there's no risk of falling damage ever again for the most part.
He's got a wingsuit.
It's like Batman cape. Like you can just glide to where you need to go to. And he gives you a Grigori necktie. The necktie has a small clip in it with a little like celestial eye on it that is hidden underneath the knot of the tie. Your dad looks at you and says, all you gotta do is adjust the tie, pull twice on the back part, and this can record up to 20 minutes of footage. It gets audio and video, and depending on how you activate it, you can activate it with a detect evil and good effect or a detect magic effect. You won't be able to watch it until you can get back to a viewing room and undo the tie. So you'll have to go review that footage. Can't do it in the moment. Cool? He gives you the Arcadian watch, the Seraphim vest, the Grigori necktie. Says, how you feeling, Gukgak?
Amazing.
He looks over at you and he says, all right. I think we better get you back to your friends, huh?
Yeah, but I'll be back soon. Not in a fully dead way, but in a fun visit way.
You see, he looks at you and says, walks out the door with you. Once again on the field, you see he looks and says, looks over at Fitz and says, Fitz, can we get a door open now so we get it to this exact moment on the prime material? You see that Fitz nods and says, yeah, we can do that. Opens up a door, says, we got it in the moment there. You want to go for a walk for a sec before we send you back?
Yeah.
You and your dad go on a walk, and he says, you just says, I want you to tell me everything. I missed the last 6 years. You tend to, when you come visit me at the cemetery, it's the important stuff. But can I ask a favor?
Yeah.
The door's frozen in time now. We can get you back to your friends. They're not waiting. Can you just tell me all the least important stuff?
Yeah.
I just want to. If I'd have been there, I would have seen all the stuff that didn't matter, and that's the stuff I miss.
Yeah, I would love to tell you everything. I got a really cool briefcase. I was trying to stuff you in it.
Love that.
Yeah, it's a cool briefcase. I got these business cards that I give out to people, and everyone thought it was really weird. And I thought
calligraphy is beautiful.
I know. I thought that it would help me make friends, but it didn't. But I made friends anyway.
You sure did. I like your friends, and you can tell them I said so. You and your dad walk. He just wants to hear all the minutia and all the little stuff of your life at the school. You finally get back to the door after a long time talking, and he looks at you and says, I'm so proud of you, kid. There's only one thing that could have made this better. Please give your mom all my love.
Of course.
I think about her all the time.
She misses you too.
There's a day on the horizon where we all get to crack the same case together. And I hope that day is as far away as possible.
I gotta be honest, this is the best version of the afterlife I could have ever imagined.
He openly cries. He goes,
We're just gonna be badass goblin detectives.
that's the thing. I know your mom didn't tell you. She didn't get it. We're goblin badasses.
Right? Yeah.
The whole family's badass.
Yes. She was shooting at a dragon while I shot at the dragon, giving me cover and stuff. And if you were there too, we could have got her from both sides. Then one of us could have been like,
I know your mom didn't want you to walk down this path because she was afraid of losing you, but you're walking down this path, and I know more than anything in the world that it's everybody else who's got to watch out for my boy.
thanks, Dad.
I love you, son.
Love you, Dad.
Gives you a kiss. As you walk through the door, you see the light fills your eyes until it's just the dark of his suit and his hand raised. Fades away. And you guys see a mote of light and armor that fills, and the light grows and grows, and Riz, fully healed, steps through.
Little angel.